So I've been thinking about a subject on weakness and patience, and it makes me think about how um, are we angry at people's weaknesses, or is it our lack of patience and taking the time to work with people who may be slower or less competent or less understanding to certain initial situations or common knowledge? I mean, is it on us if we're like the smarter individual or the individual who has more knowledge on a certain subject at the moment and the next person isn't as quick to grasp it, pick it up, or even learn it? Do we catch ourselves being frustrated and writing that person off and not wanting to work with that person or be patient with that person's level of speed of how they're trying to understand the situation? So, I mean, that's a pretty good subject to think about because a lot of times we get angry, even in businesses and companies. Somebody doesn't make the cut, if they're not smart enough, they're out of there. But I think in a matter of when you're looking at building a team, everybody's not going to have the same strengths and people are going to be weak. So when it comes to looking at somebody for what they're good at and what good qualities they have and what good skills they possess, we need to ponder on that. And if they're weak in different subject, it's on the strong individual to help their weaknesses become stronger or pick up the slack for that person's weakness. So it definitely has to do with patience. I think, as a people, we're impulsive thinkers, fast. It's a fast moving nation. Everything's at the fingertips, and cyber world increases our ability to lag waiting. I mean, even from like Amazon Prime, we get our stuff in 2 days. So I think this really contributes to the psyche and mentalities that we have this day, and it takes away the patience that we need in our life. We need patience, and I say this because I need to apply it to myself. I think fast, I move fast. I think people are catching what I'm pitching all the time. Or I even sometimes think that people should operate according to the world that I see all the time, since they're in my world or right there. But they're not thinking like you. They're not thinking as fast as you. So I think that we have to slow down. And just because somebody doesn't have comparable or matching thinking patterns or matching educational patterns, I mean, don't disregard them and don't write them off, because there's something strong about that person that makes them good and contributes to where they play in this world. So the message is that try to find time to take your time when dealing with people. Listen closely. Don't react as hard. Don't get frustrated so much in the moment when your communication isn't being communicated well or interpreted well by the person that you're trying to communicate with. I mean, I say, like, again, I say this because communication is an art that probably could take a lifetime to master, since we all operate on different frequencies. So if you learn to incorporate patience and give yourself that 5 seconds of lag time to take into consideration either who you're talking to or who you're dealing with, and don't let that flash so fast past who that person is, I think that you'll be able to find more calmness and peace in your interactions with different people in this world, and less expectations to think that people are thinking exactly what you're thinking or understanding what you're understanding. And that's a form of humbleness, just patience, learning not to respond so fast, so aggressively. And we miss a lot of things. I think we miss a lot of things because we could be really smart, we could be on point, we could be sharp, we could be good in everything we do with our crafts in life, but you're never going to be so smart that you know how people are interpreting how you communicate, or how people are understanding what you understand really well. So, as part of sharing, growing, and learning and passing on what you know, you gotta pay attention to the people that you're dealing with and observe their strengths and their weaknesses. Observe your weaknesses and your strengths, and know that there was a time that a lot of your weaknesses dominated your character, and people looked at you like you were possibly nothing, or that you weren't smart, or you just don't get it, and they let you hang. It's just like in fitness, a lot of people are weak in their nutritional application. They have a hard work ethic in the gym, but they're weak when it comes to food. So this is where people like me, they write out a plan, and maybe people like me go clean your fridge out, clean your pantry out, There's different measures to help people cater to their weaknesses so they could jumpstart on a road to get out of that weakness slump, and their weaknesses are not their weaknesses anymore. So let's be patient, people. I tell you to be patient, like I need to be patient too.